I be that little rap on a gangsta tip. MCs who front, I'm gonna bust your shit, your shit.
Let's go, who's I'm late. Don't let him out the hood now.
I wonder do you love it enough? I'm stepping right in the top, never the front of the block. I got the fresh cut balls, got the brothers call me Guru the man.
For yourself. Come along, I'll take you there. It was dusk, and the sun bled red over the city in Thailand as Chen brought me a sparkling water. A delicate, handsome, lovely young boy. War is what it is. But war is folly, and we can only unite by visiting these epochs of culture, where a man can be himself, smoke cigarettes, dress in gladiator clothing if he likes. We mustn't force our way and culture upon other people's. Rather, breathe it in. Become part of it. Maybe Hemingway was right about love. Maybe Freud was. We're all fighting inside to let a wild creature mate in the rain. I travel, therefore I am. This is a show that embraces culture from around the world. Let's take our first caller. Hello.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about Australia. And you're right, holy shit. Also, thinking of visiting Colombia. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, yes, fantastic forms of recreation to be had in Colombia. It's a blizzard of excitement. And cheap. The rails are great. And long. Bolivia's not bad either. Or Peru. You'll be surprised to find out how the party never stops. Well, a lighter is the most you need to cook up food. But there's scarcely time to eat, my boy. You'll meet fascinating people, feel so comfortable you'll rip your clothes off and howl. It's the ball for days.
All right, homie,
Next caller.
Yeah, hi. My name's Geraldine, calling from Casa City. This is such a great country. Why would you go anywhere else? It's unpatriotic to travel. I mean, I got war, famine, depression, and pollution right here on my doorstep. And parents, don't sweat it. You're a rail after college. They'll come back with ludicrous misconceptions about healthcare, charity, and civilization. Europe is not the real world.
Man.
This is.
Well, I love to slum about in a dirty new hostel with communal showers as much as the next man. Sometimes more. But I have to agree, Europe is overrated. Eastern Europe was good for a few years after the wall came down, but even there the police are too strict. You just can't let your hair down. There are far more unexplored pleasures to be had in the Far East. Next caller, you're on the Wild Traveler.
Hey, thanks for looking after the little man.
I soiled myself. I got a nephew with LSPD.
Not the real world. This is.
Well, I love to slum about in a dirty youth hostel with communal showers as much as the next man. Sometimes more. But I have to agree, Europe is overrated. Eastern Europe was good for a few years after the wall came down, but even there the police are too strict. You just can't let your hair down. There are far more unexplored pleasures to be had in the Far East. Next caller, you're on the Wild Traveler.
Hey, I've been listening to you go on and on about traveling.
You know, I
how
don't have
expensive
time
it
to
is
play
to fly to
around.
Asia? Russia saw the light. They're all coming here to set up fine families and run numbers. South America, everyone went extinct there. They have less culture there than the contents of my toilet bowl. Rainforest, schmainforest.
Get up,
In Mexico, if I wanted to be that close to my ancient ancestors, I'd be banging my mother-in-law instead of my wife's best friend.
Look, we can fight like beasts or agree to disagree. I'm sure the summit of your aspirations in life is a cheerleader with fake guns, but some of us think a little more exotically than this. Next caller, vamos, buenos dias and noches. If you don't smile, I won't deep. Order! Sorry, got lost for a second. Speak.
Hey, I love this show. I'm a huge fan. I've visited all the places you recommended.
Here's
and
a
in
little
lot of them,
something,
they're still
something.
talking about you. I even saw posters of you in the
That's a
customs
good
booth
drink.
at the airport in the
You
Philippines.
hit me, asshole!
You rock!
And no doubt, I love Manila. Had a great time.
But that show you did last week,
Taxi,
what was the
slow
name
your
of
roll.
that spiritual center in Bangkok?
The Wild Dragon's happy ending. Very spiritual. You will find me at peace.
Awesome, I can't wait. Thanks, man.
Yes, we all love to travel, get away from it all, get away from the people with computers and their databases. You hit me, Hawk! The police harassing you for doing nothing. I just hate showing up to some place to enjoy myself and people are being forced from their homes by war or famine or whatever. Life is great! Stop ruining it! Next caller.
Hey, the FBI wants to talk to me about a perfectly innocent collection of vacation photographs overseas that I had no idea were being taken. I mean, anything.
My call!
I was teaching them how to swim.
I have a lot of experience with this. I want you to stop for a moment and let me read from my travel journal. I think everyone should keep a journal, paste pictures, notes. Sometimes people object to taking a picture, but a few pennies of their local currency and they will fall. Some people think this is patronizing, but I think it is fair enough. They need the money and I need the company. Besides which, it is the oldest profession. What? Oh, time for me to head south again. I'm James Batista, and this has been...
This is WCTR, committed to bringing you shows like The Wild Traveler, the show that takes you around the world and abandons you at the airport.
The day of liberation is here. Throughout history, only the biggest and strongest survive. Being big means you're successful, and women love big men. And as a successful man, you need to feel comfortable when you're sitting down to eat. Clothes for the bigger man. Don't be bound by society, bogus medicine, and the media with their unhealthy focus on being skinny. Don't be constrained by trying to squeeze into a XXX. Bored of feeling like a man in a sausage skin in your size 48 jeans? Bored of being uncomfortable?
Look where you go!
Kilimanjaro, the clothes shop for enormous men. We're fighting to end hunger. Yours.
If you love to hear liberals whine and conservatives lecture, then stay tuned for I Say You Say.
The future of America, threatened again. This time we mean it. I'm Dr. Phillips.
And I'm also Dr. Phillips. Today on the show, do cave paintings in museums make us violent?
The anti-beef movement. Both Hitler and Mussolini were vegetarian.
And we take on the highly charged debate about test tube babies and actually talk to one.
I have flashbacks and go into hysterics in science class. Do you know what it's like growing up in a beaker?
That's all today on I Say You Say. We share last names, but that's about it. I'm Peyton, that's my wife Mary, and this is I Say You Say, where left is right and right is wrong.
Or where east meets west, and the west always wins. That wall came down, darling.
Yes, unfortunately it did. I don't know if you saw today's news, so who is in the right in this great dialectical disaster? Is it, as I think, share and share alike? Go for the man and all wear matching jumpsuits while working on the hydroponic farm growing potatoes? Or kill or be killed, crush the weak, and starve the poor, as my wonderful wife. You decide, or let us decide.
Don't worry me shit,
Give us a call, and let my wife, a professor in social Darwinism,